Welcome to the mobile dojo. It's my MTV Cribs edition. I'm just kidding. Welcome to the mobile dojo. Come on in. First off, we have these magnetic bug nets that are velcroed all around the sliding door and the back rear door. And it's really nice to keep the bugs out, especially when it's dark outside and light inside with all the nice LED lights. This is our kind of galley area. We'll start with the fridge. This is a 65 quart chest fridge that is like a freezer fridge, but we have it set to fridge, and we keep it at 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and it stays set. Right here is our Nature's Head composting toilet. It comes out on a slide. And we have a sweet Chicago Med hand sanitizer station. This locks in here. And this is kind of our main power column. This is where all of our switches are for our lights and our water pump. And this is our solar readout. Here is our inverter on and off switch, our 2200 watt inverter, 120 volt plug, and a 12 volt plug and a 120 volt plug. These right here are our windshield and side windows covers, magnetic covers, reflective covers. They fit into the windows perfectly. Here are some upper cabinets, storage for whatever you need. There's also secret storage underneath here, under each cabinet. And get all these open. We also have this 360 degree fan. It runs on 12 volt. It's super efficient. It goes in any direction towards the cab or back towards the living space, which is nice. Has 3 different speeds, and then it folds up really nice. We have a fire extinguisher over there on the side. Up here we have basic bedding storage. We put our pillows up there and our comforter. And if you peek in here, there's a little hook and a little cubby for some more storage, car keys and wallet and stuff like that. If you turn to the cabin, you'll see that the cabin's pretty clean. There's nothing too much to report here. There is one crack in the windshield that I mentioned that will need to be replaced. And just so you know, this USB does not work. I bought it that way. If we turn back over here, look at the sink area. So this is our gooseneck sink that doubles as a shower or like a hose. And right now the water tank is empty, but you basically have 2 options. You always have cold water, but if you have the hot water heater running, then you would have hot water on this side and cold water on this side. And maybe we'll look down here. So this is just the under sink storage. We have our trash can down here, and then also our 30-gallon water tank. And right here is our pump, and this is our RV trap. This pump has a on-off switch over in our control panel. And basically here's our cold line, hot line. They're all able to be turned off. The water tank is pretty heavy. It has an E-track, which is basically a semi-truck strap tracking, just to hold it down, because it does get pretty heavy. Over here we push out a panel actually, It's on a hinge, and you push this, and it reveals this bottom area over here. And on this side, you have your gravity feed. This hose is the gravity fed hose that you would hook up to any sort of hose at someone's house or sink. And then actually we have this extra snake coiling hose. It's like 50 feet that will attach to this end. And then you can hook this up to anybody's spigot. So over here we have our particulate filter, and then our master on-off switch right here, this red handled one. It goes this way or that way. And then this is your gravity fed emptier release, basically. And then all this just fits under here and then gets closed nice like that. The trash can goes back in there. Okay, so that was the kitchen with our bathroom and fridge and control panel area. Now we have our kitchen storage. We have a giant deep bin for food or pots and pans, things like that. And they have these latches to keep them closed while you are cruising. Here's the other one. This one has our pots, pans, and a cooktop. But yeah, these are super deep and they hold a lot. And we actually cut out this little side window so that you can get at your treats and your snacks when the bed's made. So yeah, and now to this sort of table, I guess bistro table, bench chair setup. First you have bench number one that slides out and sits on these two racks. And then you bring out the table, bring this up, and it fits in this little laptop cubby and this little ledge right here. And that gives you a table for one, for a desk, or you can slide out the other bench. And now you have a table for two, and allows you to eat. Unfortunately, the person over there gets waited on when they sit at that spot, but that's kind of nice too. I guess we'll leave this out, and then we'll go into configuration number two, which is like what I call the day bed. And basically you put all three panels down first, and then you'll just drop one of the cushions, and now you have like a couch, and it's really nice to take a nap on, especially if you're just waiting a short amount of time. And yeah, so that's configuration number two, day bed. And now configuration number three would be the actual bed, which requires you to do a little shuffle. Slide these over quick. I'll just put this away. And then we've got these panels that are Velcroed, and they just come off. And then these two panels will slip into these top channels, just like this. And then you just spread out your three cushions, just like that, and you've got your bed. Quick and easy. Cool. Like I said, there's these two upper cabinets, and all have some hidden storage underneath, which is nice. It fits books and flasks conveniently. We have a max air fan, which is awesome. It goes in both directions. It's right above the bed, which is nice when it's hot or when it's cold and you need some airflow. This with the 360-degree fan is really nice. They work good together, just circulating the air. But yeah, so there's that. And then down here, if you just want to peek, there's the Bosch 2.5 gallon water heater, and then this is the diesel heater. That's the air heater, and this is the control panel for the diesel heater and the air out, if that makes sense. And then here's one more. This is like a clothing drawer, or we have this flat Coleman that will go with the van. This is the grill we used. It's a 2-burner. It uses a Coleman LP gas green little canister, but you could also get a larger canister and just have a longer hose if that's something that you wanted to do. Right here is our laptop cubbies. It fits 2 laptops, 2 MacBook Pros perfectly, and yeah, so that's that for the storage. Here we have some USB ports and 2 120 plugs and one 12 volt plug. And then over here, this is kind of our last set of plugs, but we have a USB port for phones when you're in bed kind of thing, and a 120 outlet here for hot plate or kettle or something like that. Let's see, a few things. There's a few different lighting configurations. We have basically 4 different zones. This zone is the under the upper cabinets. It's kind of like fridge zone, I guess. This right here is over the bed, and this one is kind of like the kitchen. This one has the most lighting, and then this one actually is under here. When the bed is made, it's really nice and gives you a lot of ambiance when you're in bed reading. But it's good to keep that one off. The LEDs do get kind of warm, so it's good to keep that off when you have your bed in folded up mode, I guess, just to prevent any heat on the bed. Another big thing or important area is our actual electrical system. So we have 4 100 watt solar panels that are wired in series parallel, which means that they're basically 2 groups of 2, so that if one of them gets shaded, that the other group then gets full speed if they're not being shaded, if that makes any sense. But basically from the solar panels, it comes down through this column. All the wiring for the entire van comes to this point and comes down this column and under this counter, or this counter, into this basic area, which is what I call like the brains. But this is all the electronics cabinet, and this is one of the most important things, the on-off switch. We have our DC fuse box. We have an AC fuse box up here. We have a positive and negative bus bar. We have a whole bunch of just breakers that are safety. And then back there is our solar charge controller. This is our AC inverter, and basically this is the whole brains of the electronic system. And here's your 2 batteries. They're both lithium ion with a built-in fuse. They're ran in series, so they're made to be one big battery, and they also are strapped down with this E-track system just in case anything were to happen. There's no movement. And yeah, that's kind of the real important part. There are a few other little secret things, I guess. This is a Berkey mount, which is a water purification system that you can remove or add to. The Berkey is an awesome water purification system. It's super cheap, and the purification of it is really well rated. Easily removable. The hidden valuables, your valuable stash, I don't know. Anyways, this side of this counter is up on a hinge, and it basically goes up, and in this back area there's like a whole area that is hidden from view unless you lift this up, which allows you to hide your laptops or put stuff away when you're not in the van but you leave stuff in the van. It's kind of nice, just an extra precaution, safety feature. And then also it allows you to get into the electrical cabinet if you need to work on it for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm trying to think. This looks really nice with the lights on. But yeah, like I said, there's this really nice bug net, magnetic bug net. I just want to point out, this is the diesel canister. I have a yellow diesel can that'll come with the van that has diesel in it, but you would fill this for the diesel heater and turn it on right here. And then I just wanted to point out, there's a ton of storage under here, and there is a bin for peat moss, which we use for the composting toilet, and that'll come with the van. There's quite a bit in there. There's probably like maybe, I don't know, what, 3 months of use in there. And then also there's access to the back of the 12-volt fuse box through here as well, but this holds tons of storage. There's a little bit of storage here. Just have to keep in mind that this is like a filter for the diesel heater. This also is a port for a gray water tank if you eventually want to add that. It's turned off in line down the system, but it's just kind of down the road sort of thing. And then also this, it's hard to see, but there's a connection up in here that allows you to hook up that hose, and that is a magnetic shower head that's just stored in the door that will be able to run when you power the sink, and then you can use a shower back here as well. Open the doors and put a curtain across and use this area as a shower. So yeah.